Thank you all on the panel for your patience today and continuing to persevere as we go through this day. Speaker Gingrich, you've referred to this trend we're discussing today as a, quote, emerging dictatorship of district court judges, end quote. And you posted on X that the No Rogue Rulings Act, quote, would be an appropriate first response to the district judges who are trying to be mini presidents totally beyond their constitutional authority. I totally agree with you, Speaker Gingrich, and the No Rogue Rulings Act would be an impactful first step in addressing this problem. I was proud to vote in favor of it when this committee marked it up, and I later joined on as a co-sponsor and look forward to at some point having the opportunity to vote on the House floor. But Speaker Gingrich, specifically, do you believe there are any additional legislative steps that need to be taken to address the problem of activist judges acting beyond their constitutional authority as you described in your post?
Well, I would just say for the moment that this issue of district judges becoming alternative presidents and issuing nationwide injunctions is such a central point to where we are, that solving this, first of all, if we can successfully limit the district judges, we will send such a strong signal of rebalancing the Constitution that I think it will sober up everybody in the judicial side. In the future, there are some key issues. The whole notion of whether judicial supremacy means supreme inside Article 3 or supreme over Article 1 and 2, I think is an issue worth taking up. But I would put that a very distant second to solving this immediate problem, because if you solve the immediate problem, you both make it possible for the executive branch to be effective, and you've sent a pretty powerful rebuke to the judicial branch that they can't overreach in what they're doing. So I would make it a sequence in that sense.
I got you. Well, as we all know, President Trump issued an executive order 14160, which was referenced earlier today, in ending birthright citizenship for children born to illegal immigrants or those on temporary visas. It was on February 5th that U.S. District Judge Deborah Boardman of the District of Maryland issued a nationwide preliminary injunction against this executive order, arguing that it ran afoul of the 14th Amendment. Speaker Gingrich, do you think it is in line with the president's duties to re-examine birthright citizenship as he did with Executive Order 14160?
Well, it's certainly a legitimate function of the presidency to look at how things change and how they evolve. I suspect in the short run, this will be resolved at the Supreme Court level. And I personally believe that it's pretty hard to go back and look at the debate at the time of the 14th Amendment was adopted and somehow leap from that to a birthright situation. And in fact, they're fairly clear, for example, that people who are born to diplomats in the United States do not count as citizens. And there are other factors there, but I think the next phase of that argument is going to be at the Supreme Court level. And then I think, depending on what happens, we live in a very different era. The scale of illegal immigration, which frankly has changed. My guess is some of these debates will change pretty dramatically because President Trump is being so stunningly effective at controlling the border and pretty effective at going after illegals who are also criminal. But I do think in the long run, having somebody who deliberately comes in the U.S. just long enough to have a child, and then having had the child, maybe on a tourist visa, if you will, claiming now they have an American citizen in their family. My guess is, to the degree that that continues to evolve with modern transportation, that we'll probably revisit this issue. But first, we ought to see exactly what the Supreme Court says.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
If you'd yield to me.